Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I'm called to return to speak about the spiritual ascension path, the personal development. I am Gilles Mansillon. I'm an artist and spiritualist. If you're new to the channel, I thank you very much to think about subscribing. And I thank you for your likes, your comments. I really appreciate it. For your subscription, for your sharing, and for your donations if you can. It's really helping me, and in the past as well. Thank you so much. Very soon the doors are going to open. We're moving into a new level, a new reality. If you want a private consultation, you feel free to send me an email. There is really we have to be in the acceptation that all has changed already, or regardless that it hasn't really anchored into the material universe. So that is the challenge for me. It's like sometimes I doubt that, and that's why it's taking maybe longer. But all is coming in due time. This transition from third to fourth to fifth dimension is a very painful thing for our emotional body and physical body. We're liberating all kinds of limitations. But we seek to access higher frequency, but that can only be done from within. The higher frequencies are not accessible on the physical plane of the earth. What we seek is to have the full spectrum of the Metatronic light rather than the half spectrum of the third and fourth dimension. Once we reach the fifth dimension, we'll have the full spectrum of light. So we have to be present and to know that our soul is present with us in the joy, in the celebration, but it's also present in the moment where we're passing through shadows and difficulties. So it's just about reminding ourselves that our soul is also there during those times. Our soul and our divinity will always remind us of who we are, that we are divine, eternal beings, co-creators in this process. So we need to accept the challenges as part of our path, and to turn within for lucidity, and or to turn to the source, to turn to our guides. Because when we struggle, when we doubt, when we fear, it means that we're disconnected from our true self, from our divinity. So we need to clear up most of the karmic limitation, and they have been cleared up. So it's like just be prepared for this point of freedom. But we need to. Sometimes it's very hard to. We need to prepare, but we can't speculate upon the detail of what is coming. We get clues about things that are coming, but we cannot speculate about the details. There is still things that are in the. Although certain things are already scheduled, sure things, but we can't really speculate on the many details. We want to be pragmatic and practical rather than yet it's important to have a vision, to continue to have a higher vision, and but certain certain details about the situation of the future we cannot speculate on. We have there is certain things that are certainties, certain things that are possibility, and then there are things that are probabilities. But we have to accept what is revealed by our higher self, even if it's not manifested, and even if it doesn't make complete sense through our ego mind. Understanding that all thoughts, words, and acts that are in alignment with the light of truth, is assisting the whole of humanity. Every little thing that we think, say, and do within ourselves, it has an influence on the global evolution. So the more positive we are, the more we are able to assist this planet and all its kingdoms. It's important to continue to do your meditation, to do your prayer with the intention to commune with your source, your creator. For the body is the residence of the soul, and our consciousness is the connecting link between heaven and earth, between the spiritual and the material. The mind has to, sometimes when the material and the spiritual are disaligned, the mind has to find a way to reconcile it. When the spirit and the matter is aligned, then there is no need for mind. We're in a total state of receptivity. For this body is the residence of our soul, so we need to purify it, make it clear as a crystal, so we can receive this beautiful diamond consciousness of our Creator. But the separation is an illusion. We can never be separate. We created this illusion with our free will to believe in that, but the separation from Father, Mother, God, and the One can never be. It's like it's important to remind ourselves, but we're a very powerful creator, and we utilize our free will, our acceptation to certain belief that created this pain of separation. But all this separation and this program was created to bring us back to the source, to the Father, to the Creator, and to find the joy of becoming one again. we need to awaken from the dream of separation. And so and to realize we're in intensive care right now. It's like there is the God and the spirits. They're like they're all around, always trying to prepare us for what is to come. There is two rays that we can fully use, full rays of flames, sacred flames that we can use with everybody. Everything else may be somewhat of unless you have a specific instruction. There can be interference upon the soul, the plans of the soul. It is the violet ray, the seven ray that can descend from heaven, and there also much storage of this violet fire, amethyst within the earth, that needs to be liberated from within the earth. So this sacred fire, the violet fire, comes from within and above, and the pink light of love, you can send that in the heart of everybody. That's absolutely no intrusion. Sometimes if there is a healing that needs to happen, and the person is willing and in the receptive mode and has been asked for healing, you can use this violet, the emerald ray. Personally, I am called sometimes to use my own ray of light, this white and yellow light, to support the whole program of reality of the whole planet. But that is approved by the Creator. Otherwise, the violet fire and the pink rays are the only two flames that we never send a diamond light or anything like that to anybody. It would be too much of an intrusion. Or the blue fire is really too powerful. But it's like it depends, and there is no absolute rules. It's just as a general rule, those are the two rays we can use abundantly. And so we are awakening from this dream of separation right now. So it's like, and we have to be able to enjoy the moment when we receive this higher energy. Take notice, you can even take notes of what you receive from the spirit. It can be a whisper, it can be an energy, it can be a feeling, to stay as long as possible. And to be in the gratitude and acceptation of every moment, regardless of the difficulty we may have to traverse, and it's okay to have the longing, to have deep desires for certain things. It is really what the desire is, what comes from the Creator to force us to move forward. And then there is the carrot and the stick also. But beyond the carrot and the stick, God has to use the carrot and the stick to move us forward through the body of desire. Understanding it is your will and God's will together that created this experience of you being here. It was a very courageous choice to choose to incarnate at this time. So you are also very much supported by the whole company of heaven. We all we have a glorious destiny, just because we are serving the whole, and to know that regardless of the difficult incarnation, the difficulty of transmuting all this energy in this incarnation and going through so much darkness, regardless, we also have like moments of joy, but because we're dealing with a lot of things, there is a glorious ending. There is this point of freedom that will be that we knew that from soul contract that this would be at the end would definitely will be pleased about the end of the process. Well, I'm going to continue to discuss a few things. I wanted to pull a few cards maybe in the between. The observer of the day is reparation. We need to bring these things back into alignment, to repair those parts of ourselves or part of our life or part of the... Just as the Mother Earth, we need to restore all the ecological system, to love the rivers, to the mountains, the ocean, the land, all kinds of things. And we'll get extraterrestrial that will land at their technologies. They won't do the work, but they will provide technologies to accelerate the process, to clean up all of the natural aspect of the reality of the Earth. The higher wisdom is the yin, to allow things without force, this pink light of receptivity of the mother, to allow things to unfold naturally. Wait till it comes to you. When it comes to you, then it's like it makes you can empower things. What we need to understand is the thinker. We need plans. We need to be strategic. We need to have a very clear plan in relationship to what we need to achieve. And it's not about floating in everything will be done for us. It's like we do need to have plans to understand that there is a methodical process. Yet do not worry about tomorrow's problem today, but just be prepared. What we need to do is trust, self-confidence as well. And the outcome is a rejuvenation. We're going to be, we are regenerated on a cellular level. So everything is being renewed, reborn. It's a renaissance that is happening. Because also, to return to those conversations, is that whatever you imagine is just as true in the subconscious. For it's like if you go into hypnosis, you see that something can make people believe like a lot of things. It's like the imagination is really whatever we imagine has a lot of power in shaping the events of our life and the reality. So just be as positive as possible. Do what you can to incarnate divine love and divine justice, to be fair. Because what we imagine is affect the quantum field just as much as what is the reality of things. I think it was a philosopher named Seneca who was saying we suffer more from our imagination than from reality. But Seneca is a very essential philosopher. If you have a chance to read him, it's still 2,000 years later, it's still very essential, very practical. And but then, even if we have negative thoughts or doubts or fear, right now we're very much, the higher timelines are very much protected by the soul, the spirit, and the guides that are working with us. And so it's like because it's an extraordinary situation and our destiny needs to be protected. So do not be afraid of stepping out, but just try, when you call to return onto the track, then when you step out of the highest your highest experience, just spirit brings you back into track. Just allow that to happen, and spirit and soul will have the last words if we choose this ascension and the fulfillment of our destiny. And they will get their way regardless of the resistance of our ego. Sometimes I'm confronted with things within and on the soul level. My ego has a lot of resistance in relationship to it, but my soul and my spirit keeps bringing me back to the reality of what they know to be true. So it's important to be in a devotion to the service of others, but that includes our own highest good, our highest joy, our highest creativity, and our happiness. There is a lot of disclosures and revelation that will come. But as soon as humanity is not afraid of it, humanity is like very comfortable in its comfort zone, in these limited beliefs, and but the time is accelerated. So there will be revelations, but has to come in a way that doesn't break completely the psyche. So it's like we do have to take it one step at a time. Yet Immanuel Kant, the great philosopher from the 18th century, used to say that if the truth shall kill them, let them die. It's like at some point we're here to serve the truth. We're not here to serve individual, or we're serving the truth first. That doesn't mean that we need to be too brutal with the truth. We need to go slow and to not to go slow. It's okay to be truthful, but not to use the truth to hurt people. It's better to keep secrets than to do more harm than good by revealing truth. Yet we're moving in a time where the truth needs to come out. And so just keep your heart pure and its capacity to love as well, because if you temper it, something that you need to say, it is because of love, consideration for another soul. So we're really dealing with third, fourth, and fifth density, but we do need to utilize to do our own inner work in order to utilize the divine light that bombards the earth right now, from the great central sun, from the planets, from the galactic, from within the earth. There is all the frequencies are being increased, and in order to utilize that, we need to continue to purify ourselves and do our inner works, to continue to refine our frequency, and something we need to do is to move beyond the mass consciousness belief system, because that's the place on the astral plane where we have all the nightmares and all that. This mass consciousness of belief system is like all of the subconscious of humanity that hasn't resolved themselves. So we need to pass through that always to learn. Whenever we fell down there, it's like, no, it's not your thing. It's like, go back up there. Reach the fifth dimension when there is the unity and when you can find your God self and your I am presence. I always remember it's always there. It is a permanence. So I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull out a few oracles and sing a song. I thank you so very much for your support, and I hope you continue to for your sharing too. I feel like I'm going to have to open an English channel to have a little bit more exposure within the Anglophone English speaking countries, because this channel YouTube is not really promoting my English messages, and I think those messages should reach more people in the awakening communities. So we'll see. I'm gonna upgrade all my communications very soon. So the message from the moon is a full moon in Libra. A win-win of outcome is in forecast. So this ascension will be a win-win situation. Everybody, nobody will be left out, and we're seeking win-win situations. I'm going to see what Ganesh wants to tell us today. It's about nurturing, it's about the yin, it's about the mother. Allow yourself to be nurtured by the earth, connect with the earth, connect to the great mother, connect to the goddesses, connect to the ascended master ladies, connect to the pink flame of love within yourself, your feminine aspect, to heal the emotional body. And I'm going to put one more oracle here. It talks about flexibility and not be too rigid within our expectation or our thoughts, to be flexible, to be as much as possible within the now moment, and to be prepared for wonderful things to come as well. Well, I'm going to finish with a song, and I'll put a last oracle after that. It's a song, it's a French song actually. It was called in French, it was the English version of a French song. What is it called? Ne me quitte pas, de Jacques Brel. But this one is called If You Go Away. If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky, when our love was new and our hearts were high, and the day was young and the night was long, and the moon stood still for the nightbird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, when I love you so, there'll be nothing left in this world, you know, just an empty space, full of empty room, like the empty look I see on your face. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees and fly with the wind. But if you go away, if you go away, please don't go away. Please don't go away. Well, we need to release attachment right now. It's like this great... we have to release attachment and trust that things will turn out, will work out, regardless. So the observer of the day is a cheminement, is an assess. It's like we're moving one step at a time in this stairway of ascension. The higher wisdom is justice, to be divine justice, to be fair, and to know that there is a higher mind that knows all things, and so just always rely on your heart to guide you in relationship to the fairness and justice and balance in the equation. What we need to understand is patience. What we need to do is hesitation. It's normal to hesitate on some level. There are certain things that we have no hesitation about. Other things, it's like the question needs to be, things need to be clarified. And the outcome is consolation. We're going to be able to consolate ourselves as we move into a higher level of integration. We find the resolution and joy of the program, and we're able to come into healing. As we let go of hesitation, we find abundance. should not hesitate about our freedom, our ascension, our prosperity, our creativity. We find acceptation, moving totally in the acceptation of the present, even if it's not exactly what we want. We are in gratitude for being in the oneness with God at any given moment. And we find authenticity for our truth. The guidance of the Spirit will always show us back to our authentic self. So just continue to follow your heart. I thank you very much, my friends. I wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.